Okay, one, two, testing, one, two, testing. Might as well be the one, bro. I don't know. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Mamgase, maskerase. Kwamuri koko tunoku kwazisai. Tichuku chingamizai. Welcoming you to this wonderful place that we call Creative Sparkle, where we design, we talk about design, we talk about how we do things, how we make things, how we build it. Tikizigadzira sei, tichizodesign, tichibatanidza zvoda kubatanidzwa each and everything that we do, from images, videos, creative processes till it's a finished product. We make things, we design, we turn ideas into stuff, into whatever it is that it needs to be designed. Okay, thank you for being here. If it's your first time, maybe it's your first time seeing my face, but then what we want to do here is just to welcome you back. For the first time, if you're here for the first time, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to view this thing. It's been a lot. It's been a long year. This is a fresh one. But what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna do. I'm just gonna be uploading and finishing editing videos I did about designs that never came to life, that never came to the world. Designs that I did, but I wasn't feeling confident enough to share with the world. Something like that. Maybe I'd be lying if I said I wasn't feeling confident, because I feel confident about everything I do. But I think I was just in my ADHD state, so I couldn't post anything. I couldn't do anything. I was depressed for a while, for for almost 3/4 of the year. I wouldn't want to lie, but then I'm gonna just be posting videos about some of the designs I did. Some of them I'm gonna finish them, edit, and then post. So I hope you like them. So let's get into it. This video I did, it's not a video. I designed the album cover for Wayne for his EP called Sounds of Samora. Damn, bro, he does some good songs. If you haven't listened to that EP or that album, I encourage you to go stream it. It's on every digital platform that you can find. I did the visualizer for one of the tracks. I think I was supposed to do a lot, but then there were some complications. Ndakazongoita one Weezer, the lyric visualizer that I'm really proud of. It came out nice. I didn't really direct as much of it. I just took clips that they sent me, and then I just came up with the concept. And then I put like Weezer, Chichi, Grasshopper, and my locals, and just clips and just refined, and then just put everything together. You know what I'm saying? Just like cook it. So they put to the needs a yeah. But then so I did that. So I'm gonna do a breakdown of the album cover, how I made the album cover for the EP from start to finish. The thing is, I don't have the full clips of everything when I was designing, because I designed it in phases because I was doing some other things. But then I think I can break it down in some sense and then explain some parts that are missing so that it makes sense to people. But yeah, let's do that. Okay, boom. So the first thing you want to do, open your Photoshop documents, start new, choose your file name, whatever you want to call your file. For this one, it was Sounds of Samora, which was the name of the album art. And then one thing, the width, the height, you have to keep it at a high number. So you're going to be making a square, which is going to be the size of the album art. Okay, album art is going to be the same dimension because it's going to be in public, digital platforms. Maybe it's going to print it out, but it has to be a square. Okay, So you can start at a lower number if you want it to be like a lower quality, but like maybe a smaller document, maybe not that low quality, but like, yeah. So 300, I put it on 3000 because the larger the pixels, the bigger the document, the higher the resolution. Okay, I keep it at pixels per inch, and then RGB if it's digital. If it's digital format, keep it RGB. If it's gonna be print, usually make it CYMK. I'm not sure if I got the letters correct, but this also the go. But yeah, okay, 8 bits for all image sizes so that they can just blend in. But yeah, so you create your image, usually keep it on a white background. It's up to you if you want to keep it transparent, to each his own, you feel me? But yeah, so okay, so all the images that I had were black and white, so I had to actually figure out what to do with the concept. I didn't have a proper idea first. They just wanted something that just makes sense because there was no direction with the. They just sent me images, so I had to figure it out. So the first thing I did was cut out the images, use the direct selection tool. That little thing that looks like a brush is for selection. So what you do is that you select whichever image that you want to cut out. These days with the latest versions of Photoshop, there's a feature where you can just click on the object and then it selects for you. But then what you do now, after selecting, you're going to click select and mask. And then it's going to take you into this frame that you see right now, which is like the green background and whatever. Here is where you're going to cook the image, you know, to perfect the selection. So one thing you do is the brush tool to brush out whatever parts that you want to, you know, cut out or maybe put back in the image. And then you want to use the refine edge brush for hair. Hair is a very tricky area. You cannot fuck that up. I beg you, bro. So each and every time you try to select hair, use the refine edge brush. It's the one, bro. I promise you. It's the one. You can never go wrong with that one. You don't want to get a client or get a, like, whatever you're designing and you just mess someone's hair up, bro. That's not a good look. It's not a good look. You don't want that. So use the refined edge brush for the hair specifically. Each and every part of the image, you can use the brush tool to actually perfect it. Usually I advise people to have a graphics tablet, bro. You need this, bro. As a graphic designer, if you need this. Because this is going to help you to actually do perfect, you know, cutouts if you're using the selecting mask. Okay, but you're going to use the pen tool. That's going to be easier, but it's going to be more. You have to be very good at it. You have to be good at using the pen tool. But boom, this is what it comes out looking like. Perfect. If it's not, you just click back on the black part there, and then you come back and then you select it again, and then you fix whatever needs fixing. You feel me? So yeah. So the concept that I had in my mind, South of Samora, which is like coming from Bari, Takapata, Glenview, Glenora. That's Samora Machel. If you know the road, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. If you live in Edge, you know what I'm talking about. So each and every component I wanted to put in this album art had something to do with that. Sounds of Samora, sounds of like the hood and shit like that. So I was thinking of cities, where I'm coming from, you know. So I've started to use AI, you know. These days you gotta utilize AI. I use AI to generate some couple of pictures because I couldn't find perfect ones, bro. Yeah, I don't know what it is about like photographers in Zim. They don't just do enough justice taking good pictures of our city, bro. So yeah, bro, I was doing that. I found some good AI generated images. I used those, and then yeah. So I was trying to picture or like make a concept of like mfana akuvapa ghetto mfana aita big when I win a newspaper, right? And then he's like thinking about like back in the hood, everything that made him. So it was like a concept of like a movie poster type of concept. It's a concept like that, like it's a, you know how movie posters be like there's so much going on and everything. So like how he's sitting on the couch, it's like, you know, all those niggas have made it in life and shit. And now they're just like reminiscing, chilling there, sipping, you know, on some whiskey. reading some newspaper. So that's him, but it's thinking about like the sounds that made him generate his own sound, where he's from, his roots and everything. So you see that head there is like looking, it's like a reflection of what's in his head, the nostalgic feeling of what made him, the sounds of what made his sound. That's what I was trying to create in this image. I don't know if that makes sense to I feel like that makes sense. But yeah. So each and everything I was trying to do, I was trying to put everything inside that silhouette, or like that shadow of him and his head. And LXX, I forgot how to pronounce his name, my bad. But that's the guy that's featured on the EP. But I was trying to put him as well inside, like, pause. But yeah. Okay, so basically what we're doing here is just blending the images together. So then it's black and white images, so I choose a certain color that represents a nostalgic feeling or something like that, because I wanted to portray the whole thing, like, as I said, like him is thinking. So since they were black and white images already, I just had to find a perfect color that blends in. So brown or like orange, this color that I used was really perfect, because the image on the background, the city image, was already like in an orange type of feel. So it really makes sense to use that. And then yeah, so now I'm just blending. So you use the brush to blend the image. If you create a clipping mask, it's gonna create like another how can I explain this in simpler terms, bro? But yeah, I would do other videos that explain that further. But for now, if you are using a clipping mask, you use a brush to to fade out some parts that you don't want, and then use the white side or the white color to add, and the black color to remove the parts. So you create an image, create a clipping mask, you can just brush it around depending on the hardness or whatever, pause, it still works. So yeah, as you can see, the color, the orange color that I used there, you put a color overlay on top of the layer, and then you create a what do you call this? Still is a clipping mask, bro. You clip it on top so that it just falls under the image. So a clipping mask is just like if you create another layer on top of one layer, if you clip it, it only affects that one layer specifically. You don't want it to affect the whole image. You feel me? So that if you want to use different colors, you can do that. So clipping masks are for that. You clip an image or a color overlay on top of one thing, on top of another, on top of another, so that it just blends in that one thing. That's how you can see this design is just like in Wayne's silhouette, shadow, or like head shape, something like that. Because everything is clipped underneath his thing. You get what I'm saying? We'll do a proper video on how to do that perfectly. But for now, this is just a design breakdown of everything that I'm doing. So like, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the video and be mesmerized by the talents, the gifts, what the hands can do. You can actually do this as well in a matter of time. If you just subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you're dedicated enough, So the thing is, what I was saying on the video that I took for the first time, and then I end up speaking to myself for like 10 minutes. But then one thing I was saying is that if you want to do graphic design, you have to be a person who's observant, okay? You have to be a person who opens their eyes each and every time they just look at things, okay? Be it in grocery stores, moving around in your car, or in a taxi, you're going somewhere, in the CBD in town, where there are buildings, where there are paintings, where there are graffiti, whatever it is. Look at things, billboards, posters. You have to understand how people associate certain messages with certain designs, certain colors with certain meaning or something like that. You have to understand colors. You have to understand certain emotions that certain colors bring. You feel me? So it's like black and white is this. It blends in with colors like orange, dark orange. It's like you have to just remember how. Let's have an example. Movies, right? Like motion pictures. You have to understand how certain directors, writers, photographers, or whatever put things together. You have to do more research. That's how you learn as an artist, bro. Be observant. Open your eyes. Study all those things you look around you.
Ask yourself why they did this way, why this was used this way, why this style is here, stuff like that. You start to understand a lot of things about design. That's how you start to create your artistic art, you know. So yeah, each and every time that you go outside, just try to look beyond what's in front of you. Okay, just ask yourself, why do they do this? Where can I use this? How, where, why, and how can I do it better? Type shit. So yeah, so each and every time that we're gonna do design process, we're just gonna be breaking down each and everything that I did. I have a lot of videos that I need to upload, but yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna do a voiceover at the end, explaining the final art, because I don't have clips of how I ended up with the final piece. But there's a lot more stuff that I'm missing there. These are the only clips I had, but I think I'm just gonna do a voiceover and then explain to you how I ended up with the final design. I think that will make more sense. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Or maybe I'll say that in the end. I don't know, bro. I don't know how this shit works. But yeah, Sounds of Samora by Wayne Jacobs. One of my niggas. Good work, good work, good work, good work. Yeah. To the final thing, I guess.